Hello everybody and welcome to a game called Fantasy Blacksmith. So for those who don't know what this is, it's a blacksmithing game where you make fantasy weapons. There's no combat, there's no, dungeon delving. Well, there isn't really. I mean, you do get a mine. This is just a nice relaxing game because lately I find myself without a lot of time. We're currently going through a huge sort of clear out of the house and it's taken up all my recording time, so I haven't had time to record something like Freeman, which takes a very long time to edit, but that will be returning once I've got spare time. But for now, we're just going to try this little game out. It's available on Steam. It's pretty cheap, actually. I think it's like £7. But there are a few issues with it, a variety of bugs, which can be very frustrating, but it's a pretty good time waster. It's very fun. You know, it's nice and simple, and it works, and I think they're still working on it. At least I hope so. But for now, if you're gonna get this game, I recommend just sort of getting it on sale, or, you know, wait until they've updated it a bit more. Until they've ironed out a few of the bugs, and then it's definitely worth buying because it's incredibly unique. I've not seen any game that does what this one's doing. There is another one coming out sometime, I think maybe next year, called, I think it's like My Little Blacksmith Shop or something. That looks like it'd be interesting, but it's not quite the same sort of graphical style as this one. Anyway, let's get into the game, shall we? Let's go play. I have played it a little bit. As you can see, there's my original character, Godot. Kudos if you get the reference right there. I'm going to go for this one, and we're just going to call it, NMGSGaming. Yeah, why not? There we go. I want to be the best blacksmith in these lands. It needs to be at the top of the list. It will not be easy. It will have to comprehend blacksmithing and also mining, enchantment, damask craft, and runic magic. And one day I will become the best and the most famous blacksmith. Very simple goal, really. Got the controls. Got the sort of thing. But I know about all this. I will go through all this while I'm doing it. So the first thing we need to do is forge a blade. So it tells us, you know, all this tutorial. But I know how to forge blade because I've done it before. So we're going to buy a bronze sword. Yes, I know. Let's give it a bit of a... Let's make it a bit flashy, shall we? Something... It looks weird, but whatever. Let's make it a little bit flashy. What handle do I want? Let's go for a basic bitch handle. Why not? It's only the first sword we're going to make, so... And there will be many. Many a sword we shall make. Let's go for oak. I mean, there is an option for an oak pommel, but who wants a wooden pommel on a sword? I mean, that's just bad. Make it out of iron. So we'll add the sword. Go to the cart and buy it. So there we go. This is going to cost us 155. We've got 500. So we'll buy that. Now, it wants us to chuck this in there already. That's a waste of coal. I'm going to wait until this comes down. Holy shit, that was quick. And then we're just going to chuck that in there. We're going to pump that up. Before we do that, I'm going to put these onto our little assembly table over there. So all the parts that make up the hilt, the pommel, and the guard. So we'll put all that over here. Plop. We'll take our iron bar, we'll throw it in there like a Neanderthal. And it wants us to take the thermometer. Copper, I think, is a max of 670. But that's bronze, so if we go into escape and go metals, 870 forge temperature on there. So we've got to wait until this reaches 870. As you can see, this goes up very slowly indeed. You can also tell when the metal's ready because it'll heat up quite visibly, so you can just judge it by eye as well if you've played enough. This room looks very dull at the moment. We can buy parts for the forge as well. We'll end up getting a smelter here. We'll get shelves at the back. We'll get a magic table up there. This is where we'd have the alchemy lab for the Damascus. This is our quenching tank. A lot of people struggle with the quenching part, so I'll show you how to do that. That's for putting out the forge. This is for cooling the sword down. You don't quench in water, you quench in that. So, let's have a look. This is getting closer. There we go. Now if we have a look at the metal, you can see it's getting orange, it's getting hotter. Now we don't want to overheat it, otherwise it ruins the metal, and I'm almost overheating it, so we'll take this out. And then basically just smack the shit out of it. I mean, that's how you forge a blade, right? You just beat the crap out of it. Now at the start, you're very slow. As you can see, this is the fastest hammering I can do, but as you level up, you can increase your forging speed, which helps quite a lot. I'm keeping the tutorial on just because I think there's an achievement for doing it, and I always tend to turn off the tutorial, so I can't get the achievement. So we'll keep it on for this. I will explain everything as I'm going through. So we whack that back in, let it heat up again, and then you go back to the forge. Quite simple. A proper smithing, in a sense. It's about as realistic as you can get for a fantasy blacksmith. But it's fun, you know, you just make some pointless shit, why not? So you just beat on the metal. As you can see, top left is the progress on how the forge process is going. So as you can see, it's all currently not done. Red means it's really not done. You need to do a lot more work on it. Orange means it is getting there. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. And then you've got close, which is a light green. And then when it's done, it'll be a darker green, and you'll see that in a minute. The forge can be a bit wonky. Sometimes it will sling your blade everywhere. That's one of the bugs. Because of the physics engine in it, it's a bit wonky. But as long as you're keeping an eye on things, that should not be a problem. You can just keep going and try and keep hold of your sword with the tongs, and you've got to put it in like a specific way sometimes to ensure that the blade doesn't fly around like mad. Which is one of the bugs with the game, which I hope they iron out eventually. It is literally just their physics engine, I believe, doing that. So I don't know what they use for the physics. If it's their own engine or if it's one they've bought, I'm not sure. Now, this is your basic metal. It's a pain in the ass to forge because you have to keep doing this. Later on you get more metal types. You get iron, you get titan, you get silver, gold, I can't even pronounce it, some weird sort of dark ore. And you basically, they all have different heating levels, but you need better forges to do the higher level ones basically. Because we've just got the newbie forge at the moment, which only goes up to a maximum temperature of 1000, I believe. Which means you can't even do iron because that heats up to a minimum of 1100 to forge and a maximum of 1300, which in general is what you want. So at the moment I'm just looking at where it's telling me to whack, so I'm whacking here, that's done, and that needs to go back in. As you can see, the blade's starting to take shape. Sometimes it's better to aim up a little bit and then drop it so it settles a little bit better, because if you just shove it in there, the physics go all wonky and it goes a bit mad. So you don't want that. You want to be able to control your sword. So we'll just let this get up to heat. Get it to about 850, then take it out so we don't overheat the blade. And we'll whack this bit. And then, come on. You have to be very specific about where you... you see, now I've over smack that bit, so it's a bad forge, which is bad. But here we go, quenching. You shove it in this. You watch the flames. I took it out too early. As you see, the blade is not tempered. Because I was listening to the sound. No. You watch the flames. Once they go out, you take it out. So that's got to heat up again. So that's going to be a pain in the ass. So while it's doing that, let's get another sword on the go, shall we? We're not going to forge it immediately. Obviously, that would be rather silly. Let's just go for a classic sword, shall we? A classic medieval... well, copper longsword in this case. Yeah, let's make it a little bit more fancy. Yeah. 150 exactly. Add the sword. Go here. This one's going to cost us 160. We'll buy it. So that'll go off. This is heating up. I'm not even going to bother with the thermostat. I'm just going to take it out when it's orange and then quench it. Now, there's a bit of a weird graphical glitch there. It's like they've tried to make the blades look more like blades, but then it's not really worked. So hopefully they'll fix that. As you can see, it's getting a bit orange now. We'll wait until it's fairly orange. Grab it, quench it. Wait for the flames to disappear. Take it out. Sword is tempered. There we go. And cool down the sword so we can grind it in a second. It's telling us to put out the forge. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. You can get coal really easy. It's nice and cheap. But yeah, I suppose it's a good habit to get into. So let's go and grind this sword. Now this is a little mini game. This goes up really fast at first, so you've got to keep an eye on it and try and get as best you can. 101%? What the hell? That's very skillful. And then this is very similar. As you can see, this bar is very quick, so you have to keep an eye on it, and then when the bar's up, whack it. Whack it. Whack it. Look at that, 100% beauty. So we'll just wait and then whack it. Whack it. That was a bit of a crap one. But as long as you're over 90, it'll still get the best stat as far as I'm aware. So, whoop. There you go, there's your first sword. Nice and pretty. Kinda. With a bit of glitching metal, but whatever. We're going to put it on the sword rack. Plop. There you go, it's worth 267. Oh look. A customer at the door. Let's answer it. I want to buy a cheap sword, but look, 300 coins. Do you have that? Yes. Our little sword we made. I can offer you 267 for this sword. Sell. And then boom, money. And we've unlocked the town, which is very handy. Yay! Congratulations, the tutorial is over. You made the sword first sword. Playing longer will, yeah, blah 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 blah. We'll go through all that. I will show you that. Anyway, let's get straight on it and forge another sword. Also, I'm getting trapped on my little spiral staircase thing here. Alright, so first things first, I didn't actually change the materials, so we've got an iron handle there. We do have a copper hilt, however. A guard, even. And an iron pommel. So, never mind, eh? Right, we'll lob this in there. We'll pump this. I might... yeah, see, that's not as high as it can be, so we're going to whack another bit of coal in there. Boom. And that'll work a lot quicker. We have 452. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the town, interior. We are going to buy the alchemist table. Go back into the town, go into the forge. We'll get a metal box. 1, 2, 3. Those 3 things. Buy the thermometer as well. And a thing of coal. We'll buy that and that'll get delivered. And that's for Damascus. The other thing everyone seems to struggle with is Damascus. It's pretty fun, but holy crap is it hard to do. So we'll have a go and see if we can get some decent Damascus. Now this is slowly getting up to temp. Almost there. Then we've got to beat the crap out of it. So just wait. A850. Then we take it out. Put it on there. Smack the crap out of it. Later on you do get to enchant your blades. And that does add some rather fancy looking effects to them, I must admit. They do look pretty damn awesome. That's one of the things that is really good in this game. It's the effects. And it's all done in real time as well. When you get the cauldron and it says you need to put it in for 3 to 4 minutes or 6 to 7 minutes, that is real time. So you literally need to do it for that long. So we've got a little table. We'll take the new thermometer. We won't need that until we've got Forge 2, but it's handy to have. That's the Damascus plating. I'll show you how to use that later. A bit more coal, just in case. The water goes over by the alchemy table. I'm sort of keeping an eye on that blade as well. That is now at pretty damn high. I haven't overheated it just yet. And there's a knock at the door. That'll be some customer, and it probably asks something like, "Oh, have you got a sword that you've never had a chance to make?" We're going to ignore him. He can bugger off. We are busy. Now there is a way to stop him if you don't want people knocking at your door. Now I'll show you how to do that. It's nice and simple. So just beat the crap out of this. This was quite well heated. It'd have gone by now, but if you didn't want people knocking on the door because you're busy forging or something, this little sign here, just press E, it go down. It's do not disturb. You won't get any knocks until you're done forging, and you lift the sign up again. So we'll throw that in there while that's heating. We're going to put this back over here. It's good to have spares of these because Damascus is such a pain in the ass. You'll likely fail it a lot. It takes a while to master, but it does add a considerable value to your sword, and it looks kind of fancy with certain metals. With other metals, it doesn't look that good. Right, let's put it back on here and beat the crap out of it. Because this is just a classic longsword. Although I will probably make it a Damascus longsword. There is a bit of luck involved with Damascus as well. There is a certain level of skill, but there's also a lot of luck required. Let's just keep beating on this bit of metal. It's gonna need to be taken off in a second. It needs to be taken off, put back in. Let it heat up again. There's a lot of waiting involved, as there is in real bladesmithing as well. It can take people days to forge blades in real life, so also you have to be quite accurate with your hammering, and it's rather annoying. Smack it again. That's done. Smack. Smack. Come on. Smack it. Oh really? Ah. I'm always badly hammering. It's a pain in the ass. But for some reason all the swords currently look like clubs. You know, that's not a beveled edge, really. Oh, it is sort of beveled. It would be nice if we could change the length of swords and stuff as well, like daggers, but I don't think that's in the works. I don't think the chap received the funding he needed, because this was actually a Kickstarter game. He raised the minimum he needed, but not the maximum he wanted. And one bad bit. That needs to be heated just slightly so I can temper it. And as you can see, the blade glitched out a little bit. Just let it heat up a little bit once it's orange enough. That should be orange enough. Take the blade out, whack it in the oil. Flames have disappeared, sword is tempered. Smack it in there. Put it back in. This is just the pattern I do, and then chuck that on there. Come on. Why are you not working? Come on. Let me do Damascus. Does this have to heat up more or something? For some reason, it's not letting me do Damascus in this. That's a new one. I've not encountered this problem before. Maybe I have to get Forge 2 to do Damascus or something. Let me just let this heat up a bit. You should just be able to throw that in there and you get a little mini game, but it doesn't want to play today. Well, we'll upgrade our Forge and then try and do Damascus, because I don't think this is allowing it. Maybe Damascus has to be done at 1,000 degrees or something. Never mind, eh? We'll put it out. And we'll just finish the sword, and once I sell it, I can buy a second Forge, and we can try Damascus again. Because it does not like that. So let's just get grinding. There we go, that's pretty decent. Back to forging. Whoop. Whoop. Ah, so close. And then our iron hilt looks very primitive. But whatever. It's in that. Perfect. Pretty good. Shame I can't give it a Damascus pattern. That's very annoying. I'll have to get Forge 2 for that, I reckon. Place that on there. That one's worth 275. We lift this sign. How much money have I got? 182. Damn. That's not enough for the second Forge, I don't think. No, that's 200. We can get the ore smelter, which is quite handy. What I am going to buy is a pickaxe and a torch. I'm very disappointed that doesn't work. I'm guessing it must be because I need Forge 2. Yeah, 1700 max temperature with furnace 2. Right, let's buy our stuff anyway. I'll show you why I'm getting that in a minute. A little disappointed that I couldn't do the Damascus. I'm not sure why. I should have been able to. We'll try it again when we've got a new forge. A new furnace even. Now, we're a little strapped for cash, so we can either wait for a bloke to appear here, or we can just go up to this and sell it with you. But there's a 15% discount, meaning you get less money doing that. But if you're strapped for cash, it's a quick way of doing it. Let's just see what this chap wants first. Can I sharpen your sword? Yes. There we go. Bye. So, quick bit of money. Not enough. I think I'm just going to get rid of this. Just go plop. There we go. Gives us a lot of money. allows me to buy the new forge. I'll take the pickaxe, I'll take that. Toss it over there for a second. Buy our furnace. Let that go up, and we'll grab our torch. Open up this. And then we'll go into our mine. So this is the mine. And your starting mine is, well, your mining skill is a bit rubbish, so he swings very, very slowly. But as you can see, we get things like this: copper ore, first heat, and you can see what it is. Now I've learned what most of the ores are just by visuals now. But in order to utilise those, I need to buy the smelter. Now, it sounds like the thing's come down, but it hasn't delivered my furnace yet. It will tell me once that's arrived. It'll probably be in a few seconds. There it is. So we go back up. Just bowl this over there for a second. Right, we go here. How much money have I got? 141. Is that going to be enough? Iron's only 60. Let's just do this. That's 20. Go for a basic guard. 20. Ooh, I don't know if I can afford this. What's the delivery charge? Yes, we can afford it. And be our first iron blade as well. And hopefully we'll be able to do it Damascus as well, which is pretty good if we can. I don't know why this did not work before. I'm only assuming you have to have Forge 2 for it. Or Furnace 2. If not, there's a weird bug there, and I don't know why. Because it was working fine before. Typical when you start to record something, everything buggers up. There's a lot of waiting around, unfortunately. Hopefully there'll be someone to knock on the door or something, and I can grind a sword out. And not get trapped on my stairs. That's going to take 30 seconds. So you could just, you know, go back down the mine, do a bit of mining. Which I might do. Or not, because there's someone at the door now. Someone's knocking at the door. What do you want? Need to sharpen your sword. Alright. Perfect. Bye. So these are people. Jeffess, Brocken Sindri, Volunderer, Thomas Davenport. It's very smart. Hatoli. Syken Alha. Gendry. What are you doing here, Gendry? Nice little Game of Thrones reference there. Alright, so let's whack this iron in here, shall we? There we go. That's got to heat up to 1000. So that's going to take a while, unfortunately. I didn't change the material, so this is literally full iron sword. Everything is iron. At least it'll be durable, but now that's going to be a heavy sword. Especially if this is not hollow, that is just going to be really heavy in the hand. Which is a bit crap. I think we get redwood now. Nope, still got oak. Shame. You do get better handle types later on. And redwood's probably one of the nicer ones. It looks pretty cool. So this has got to go all the way down to 1,300 or so. We'll take it out about 1275. Because that's a nice, safe forging part without overheating it. I also want to see if we can do the bloody Damascus, because for some reason we couldn't before. Maybe I'll try and do the Damascus before the quench. Maybe the blade needs to be soft or something. Because the idea of quenching is hardening the blade so it doesn't snap. At least that's how it works in the real world. So it's almost up to heat. So this should start changing colour. There you go. Now because I can heat this a bit more, I should just be able to smack it. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, it is 1300. I am correct. Because eventually you won't really need to buy any ingots. You can just make them at the smelter, which is a hell of a lot better than buying them. Because they're quite expensive, especially some of the later game ones. They are very expensive. Although there is one type of metal that I've yet to find in the mine, and it's incredibly expensive and seems to be sought out quite often. So we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, we're just going to keep smacking this bit of iron and make it into, hopefully, a blade that isn't, wow, badly forged this time. I always misjudge. This is going to need to go back in the forge in a minute. Back in the furnace, I should say. Just keep smacking. Yeah, that's done. That needs to go back in. I didn't put the do not disturb sign down, so some idiot's probably going to start knocking soon. Which is very annoying when I'm trying to forge a sword out. But as you can see, I was able to... There he goes. He can go away. There should be a fuck off button where you can just shout up to him. I should have put the sign down, really. That's fine. It's just a little knocky sound, which should be alright. We can put up with that, and eventually they'll bugger off. They only knock 3 times and then you disappear. That's done now. Done. 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 That needs to go back in the forge again. Still just looks like a fancy club. I mean, there's a little bit of an edge to it, but way too much. We're almost done. I probably won't hit right up this time. I don't really need too much more hammering done. As he heats it right up again. Whatever. Okay. Smack. 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 Done. Smack. Done. Smack. Smack. Done. Right. Let's see. There we go. Damascus. So, what we've got to try and do is this is the one that needs a bit of luck. It all depends on which way they come down. You get 5 of each type. So I'm going to try and mix it up a bit. So let's ensure there's a solid base. That one can go over here because it's the same as that one. That's the same as that one. That's a bit annoying. We'll put it there then. That one can go over here. What's that? Ah, right. That mix them in. That one can go over here, I guess. Oh, I don't know if I've done this. Oh, I might be. I think we're alright. There we go. Lovely. Perfect Damascus. Take the sword out because holy crap, that's heating up a lot. We're going to quench it. Take it out. Sword is tempered. Perfect. Cool it down again. Haha! Now the pain in the ass. Right, so first things first, we've got to pour this on. Well, it doesn't go on the sword, it goes in there. And then we take this, mix it. Now, you don't technically need all of this, but you're going to need most of it, so I say about there is generally good. And then we put this on here, warm up, click it. Now once it starts boiling, you count to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Take it off. Take your H2O. And then just gradually pour that in. I think one more. That person at the door can fuck off. That looks around about right. So we'll take that. Pour it onto the sword. Good Damascus. Not perfect, but good. That's good enough. Sometimes you get perfect, other times you won't. So we've got to just let that sit on the ground for, I'd say, about 3 minutes. So we've got 3 minutes to piss about. So let's go and do a bit of mining. We might be able to find something shiny. Yeah, hit it on the way down. Prove you're hardcore. It's very dull when you're doing this. Just tap. 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 Yeah, he's very slow. Very, very slow. Oh, that's Titan ore, I believe. Ah, no, it was iron ore. It looked more shiny than it normally is. Oh, well, iron ore is good because we can actually use iron ore eventually. Because for Titan, we need Forge 3, I believe, because that is quite a high heat ratio. I think that's in the 2000s. Was that a skull? No, it's a bit of pot. Now, you can either sell these to a person at the door. This is an artifact. But its main use is for the altar. Same with this thing. Could sell it as an artifact, but it's used on the altar, which is used for enchantments. And each object has sort of different, not different effects, but different powers, essentially. The power level of the enchantment. So basically, the value of it will depend on which object you use. Some of them are really expensive and give you a very good enchantment. Others are very cheap. So just keep doing that. Right, let's go back up and I'll wipe off the Damascus in a second. For now, we're going to take... let's take this cross up to the... the artifact stand here. This is how you'll sell them. You just dump it on there. And eventually someone will come knock at the door and say, oh, I'm buying artifacts. Do you have one? You go, yes. Or you can say, no, bugger off, they're mine. It depends how you're feeling. Alright, we'll wipe the Damascus sword in a minute. Just plop this on here. Perfect. I keep doing that. I keep getting stuck at this one. Oh, fuck do you want? No. Bugger off. This sword is definitely going to be over 300 if I've done this right. Just grab the sword, dump it in the bucket. And there is a bit of a Damascus pattern on there. It's quite hard to see with that. You can see, yeah, there's the Damascus pattern. Beautiful. Nah, not the best grinding I've done, but whatever. It's good enough. Just wait here. There. Boom. Now this should hopefully be under 600 because there is a chap who's like, oh, I want a Damascus sword that's under 600. Do you have it? And hopefully, if I haven't done this like extremely well, it will be within that price range. I mean, it looks, apart from the Damascus blade, this thing looks ugly as sin, but still. It's a sword, it's made of iron, and it's got Damascus. It's kind of nice. It looks a bit weird on the forge in some places, but still. There it is. 398. Heat quality, I melted it. That's why it's not worth a lot. But 200 for the Damascus on it. Yeah. It's because I got distracted while I was reheating it. Did I temper it? Yes. Now we could wait for a person, which I might do. How much money have I got? 60 coins. Oh, I'm so poor. Right. Now you can use that coal, but you can also use coal ingots. Well, not... Are they ingots? No, just... coal ore. You can just use that, which is what I recommend doing actually, is using coal ore for the smelter, because you find it all the time and it saves some of your coal. Ah, coins! 25 coins. Gimme. So we've got 85 coins now. We're still broke as hell, but we've got most of the stuff we need. We'll also have to replace our Damascus stuff, which is going to be rather expensive because the Damascus metal is 70, I believe. We would need about 100 coins to replace the Damascus. Well, just 70 in this case, because I've got the other bits to refill it. Eventually someone will go knock on the door and we can try and sell the sword. If it's not someone I can sell a sword to, I will just sell that outright anyway. But for now, we'll just try and find some of the ores. Now this is probably very dark, and I've got the weird glitch again. Now this happens occasionally for some reason. It's been happening. But I find a mine sometimes sort of repairs itself after a while. I don't know why it glitches like that. It's meant to be an infinite space, but it just sort of buggers up sometimes. Do you want to buy my Damascus sword? No, you want me to melt some Damascus for you? Okay. Let's put this one there. Put this one there. Oh, come on. Stop giving me the little ones. Oh, for fuck's sake. You ass! Right, now it should all just be the big ones. So we'll put the... That does not have any... I think that's like onyx or something. That can go there. That one can go down here. That one, we don't have any of that metal on here, so that's going to go here. That one can go here. And this should be the last one. I think that's perfect, Damascus. Perfect. So that'll give me the full price. 50! Yay! I got dicked over. Right. I'm going to sell my melted sword. We haven't leveled up, unfortunately. So we'll go and buy another lot. Let's see, shall we? Buy a metal box. Oh, it's only 60. I thought it was 70. That's a little bit better. Now, these drafts allow us to make different swords. We'll play about with that later. For now, we're going to buy another thing of coal. We're going to buy this hill. We can make it out of basalt, but, well, I'll show you. I dislike that material because I personally don't like the look of it. It looks, well, you'll see. You'll see. We'll go for a sort of weird circular sort of blade thing this time. Just sort of mix it up a bit. God, that's gonna look fucking weird, isn't it? Let's put that tip on and then just something like that, maybe. We're experimenting. I mean, I could make a really thick sword, but why bother? So we'll buy that. Make sure we've got coal, metal box. Yep. Buy. Now, while I remember, that needs to go in here. We'll use up the last of that before we put that on. I do need to buy the smelter as well, so we'll buy that later. I haven't got enough ore for that yet. Now eventually this mine will fix itself, or it did last time. But it is very annoying. I just gotta hope nothing falls down that, otherwise I'm not gonna get it. I don't know if it's because it stopped loading or something, or something's happened, but it's a bit rubbish. Oh, there we go. Is that Titan ore? Yes. Well, my stuff's arrived, and we got some more copper there as well. And there's a chopper flying over, so that's a Chinook. Just chuck that over there. We'll clean this bit up eventually. I'll get a nice shelf and put the different ores on. Right, let's take this, put it over here. Plop. Take our handle. But that's the basalt. You see, it just looks weird. It's like it's made out of stone or something. I mean, who puts a bloody stone pommel on? I mean, fucking come on. Right, we'll take the Damascus, chuck it over there for a moment, throw that in there. Where's our bar? Oi! Where's my fucking sword? Did you guys screw me over? Oh, you bastards. Tell you what. Oh, fuck's sake. What do you want? Fine, I'll sharpen your sword. And then I'll use it on you. And then take the rest of your money. There you go. Bye. Well, we're getting close to our level up. Right. Now give me my bloody sword. Fuck's sake. I better not charge me for that. Just add the ingot. Dickheads. I should have bought a bloody smelter. Fuck it. Eventually that'll fix itself. At least I hope it will. If it doesn't, well, we're buggered. Plus, is one of the many bugs of this game, unfortunately. Well, it only started happening recently, after that new update, so... you might want to have a look at that. So slow. Once I hear the chains, I can go and forge another sword. And that'll be our last sword of the day, I believe. Oh, coinage. Gimme. Ah. Now you bastards better have delivered that. Assholes. Some bloody thieving git stole it, probably. Let's go to the village, buy the ore smelter. I mean, you can buy, like, these. I've never really found a use for that. Place for trash. Sure. Dice table is not really used all that much. That's 150, that's 100. Delivery price wouldn't be enough, so. We'll let this crap heat up. It's gonna take a while. Need one more bronze ore, then we can do that. What the fuck? What are you doing here? Get over there. Yeah, takes ages. Can't really go down in the mine. Heat up. Faster. Like fire eyes or something. Fuck off! Yay, my smelter. Cheers. Right there. Go away! Knock, 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 knock. Now we bugger off. Right, let's take this and smack the crap out of it. Eventually we'll be able to get better forging skills, which will really ramp up the speed we can hammer. But for now, we have to hit it incredibly slowly. Just forge all down it. Do-do-do. This is cooling down. We can still get a few more smacks in before it cools down completely. Let's go back in the forge. Where's my Damascus plating? That is cool. Whoop. Look at that glow. Don't put your hand on it. Wouldn't be a good idea. Just got to keep smacking it out. That's done there, apparently. Let's forge this out a bit more. Come on, that is hitting it. Well, it should be. It's not liking it. Done. Done. Just in time for it to need to go back in. That looks weird. That looks very weird. Right, then we'll try and do a Damascus pattern on it again. Yoink. Smack. Come on. There we go. There we go. He says I can't fucking forge. Quench! Tempered. Right. Chuck it in. Perfect. Let's go. Go, you epic Damascus forging music. Now I've buggered this up a few times. It all depends on how the plates come down, really. Like this. See? Fuck. Well, it's not going to be perfect, Damascus. I can tell you this now. Fuck off! Yeah, I didn't think about that. I should have put it closer to the other one, really. Oh, really? Stop knocking on my door. I'm going to shove a sword through your gullet. If I have one available, which I don't. Oh dear, this is going to be bad Damascus, I think. Fail Damascus. Even worse. Shit. Well, there's not going to be a Damascus blade then. Which is fine. Because there's not really that many people coming for Damascus. Unless, of course, I just go here and make up for my blunder by buying a couple of metal boxes. I don't have enough fucking money. Shit. I'll buy one. But then that takes time. I think we can add Damascus after it's been assembled, so might as well do that. Make sure it's cool. Yes, it is. Whoops. Right. What? Wait, what? No. There. Fuck's sake. Look. Smack. That was awful. Yeah, that was a bit better. Ding! Right, now the very ugly ass pommel. I mean, look at that thing. I'm basically screwing a rock onto the flipping hilt. Now, I think I can do Damascus with this in there. No, don't fly around like fucking crazy. Get in there, you bastard. No. Okay, I really should not play around with this. It's gonna glitch out. Did that work? Get in there. No? Fuck it. Unfortunately, I can't do that. Never mind. We can have this as a basic iron sword then. It's always good to have some cheap swords available anyway. What the hell is going on with the blade there? Whatever. Damn. Well, we'll put this up for sale. Plop. 335. Not terrible. Not brilliant. It's not the cheapest sword, which I'll have to make out of copper for that. But it's quite handy to have a few available because some of the chaps will not offer you money for it. They'll offer you trading. And certain items you can only get through trading. So sometimes used for that. I want to see if I can demonstrate the smelter before we end this. But for that, I need to find something fancy. I need to find one more copper, which might not happen. Oh, gold. Oh! Does he want to buy my sword? Please buy my sword, sir. I mean, I could combine copper with the iron to make an alloy sword. Sup, yeah? No. See what I mean? He wanted a cheapo one. Now, I didn't find any coal. That is a bit of a shame. Because I could put these two and that in and it'd make an alloy sword. But I don't have any heals. Do I have enough money for that? No, I'm broke as shit. So basically, I'll have to sell that sword. But I think that'll do for this video. So I'll thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.